Hey, 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 and we're live. All right. Welcome to Thrive Abundantly TV. It is Monday, June 12th. We are just moving through the year, aren't we? All right, so let me just make sure we are live. Everybody's up and moving. Let Facebook log you guys in, and we're started. All right. Yes, we are live. Let's just. All right. So we're on. If you guys can hear me, trying to set this thing up. My voice is it's a little better. Um, Definitely rested my voice this weekend, but if you can hear me, you hear my voice, definitely type in the chat. Give me some thumbs up, hearts. Let me know that I'm good. Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right, so I'm going to assume that everybody can hear me. So I really want to talk on something, about everything this week per se, because, everything about, what I do and what I'm about is just empowering all people. But I'm really speaking specifically for my queens out there, my queen entrepreneurs, um, for those who are out there, thriving, moving, getting everything settled, trying to get their lives in order, get their business out there, like I said, getting your entrepreneurship and everything moving. This is specifically for you. My whole mission and everything I'm doing is about building the biggest live, woman empowerment group there is as far as it comes to entrepreneurs. So, if you're a queen, give me some thumbs, some hearts, put your crown in the comment below, share this with other queens because these are the things I'm definitely going to be talking about this week and really going into a lot of details as it pertains to women entrepreneurship, how we should do, how we should carry ourselves as queens. A lot of the things that I see going on out there that is just, it sometimes makes me sad, but like at the end of the day, I don't worry about the problems. I'm not narcissistic or anything like that. We worry about solutions and what we need to do. And the best way I know how to do it is to just come together and build a tribe of thriving queens that are moving. So, if you're a queen, comment below. Where I'm tuning in from. I want to see some crowns and stuff in the chat. Like I said, please share this. I know this is the middle of the day. People, for those who are tuning in and watch this on replay. For those who do and do not know me, my name is Lauren LC Thriver, the Thriving Entrepreneur, and I'm here to, on Thrive Abundantly TV weekdays, Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I really help and coach entrepreneur women to be able to excel and take leaps and bounds in their business and their life that they could ever imagine, and to be able to excel without burnout and sacrificing time with their family and get the desired income that they deserve. Here on Thrive Abundantly TV, I talk about a lot of things that make you go, And I'm also here to gut check you into your business. Get you to excel, gut check you into your life. Your life is your business. We always want to, separate the two, but the two run hand in hand. If you work more on areas with yourself and your personal life, you work on others. And I'm talking about specifically as an entrepreneur. When you're an entrepreneur, this is like your life and your business. You work on your personal development and your growth. So I wanted to speak specifically, to the women entrepreneurs who are out there, definitely, tune into a lot of particular things. I'm going to touch on a few topics this week. I have a guest, lined up for this week. We'll see. I don't want to give up all the goods, but go ahead and announce certain things out there, just to share more about, what it is, and not just hearing from my voice, of a lot of things that's out there for, women entrepreneurships. But before we carry this week out and talk about particular things, I want to talk about, as a woman entrepreneur, as a queen, how you should definitely set yourself up in a space to start thriving in your life and your business. One of the things that you need to have in place, as I always said, is your foundation, really working as far as what it is about you. And, us women, man, we hold a kind of power that many can't do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying men definitely lead a lot, but women hold a lot of power in this industry. So I want to give you guys, a little bit of stats about, women entrepreneurs who are out there doing this thing. Now, this is, quoted from 2015. I'm sure the numbers are a little higher, but women entrepreneurs own about 10.6 million businesses. I'm sure, like I said, this has excelled now in 2017. Women entrepreneurs employ 19.1 million employees, which is about 1 out of every 7 employees are employed by women. Also, too, that equates, for women entrepreneurs, we make about 2.5 trillion in sales in America. Wow. We really hold a great power in this industry, and there's definitely a place for us. And I definitely want, to get a lot more strategic on, the particular steps, but I'm telling you, and I'm here to give you the confidence that there's a place for you. I shared a affirmation, the other day about, don't let your ideas just fall in your notebook or your, the notepad of your your iPhone, your Android, and your notebook. Okay. I have ones that for a while was sitting on some ideas, and I finally picked one and took a leap. So pick one and take the leap. But I also said, for today, I spoke about today's affirmation was, every day I take personal responsibility to make smart financial decisions to create my wealth. Most of us, we want wealth, but it's not the money we want. It's the freedom, the things that we could provide for our families, the things that we could do. And let me tell you who's the staple of the household to making those things happen. The women. Who's the one who prepares the food, and things like that. A lot of times the women are bringing a lot of things in the household. You know that, women, especially single women who are maybe in a relationship, but say if they're not married or whatever the case may be. Like, I grew up in a household, my parents were never married, right? So I did have my parents, my mom and dad in my life at one point together, but my mom was still single. So a lot of the things that my life took on and held in the household was based on my mother. So women hold a lot of power as far as the way we shape and mold our lives, which, basically, has a domino effect on other areas in our life. So the way to take control is to take personal responsibility. And the things that you need to do is work on yourself personally. So I really wanted to talk about that. And there's one thing that I was listening to the other day. One of the favorite guys I love is Dr. Miles Monroe. I listen to him pretty often, but on Sunday, I was listening to one he talked about as far as there's 2 roles of authority, 2 types of authority. And, the one type of authority is personal. So as I talked about personal, we have 2 types of authority, and I'm bringing in all this together to talk about, when I talked about not having those ideas sitting on your phone, you're thinking about doing a business, or you wondering what's your gift and your talent, or you're looking for that special thing. It's something installed in you that God gave into you when he made you. Okay. So, that's where they talked about, Dr. Miles Monroe talked about the 2 types of authority. One is personal and one is divine. Now I'm gonna really dive in on with you guys to show where the catch-22 comes in, and where you need to be really specific and take on a role with. So the personal authority that you have is where you exercise your gift. This is a gift that you're born with. So a lot of times people look at a gift as, because they compare their gift to other people. So for a long time, I felt like I didn't have any gifts or talent because it wasn't things that I knew that was a gift or a talent from, of what I saw people where I grew up from coming to get out of their situation. I felt like a gift and a talent, but you could sing, you have this art for music, you can dance, you play sports, like something of an extraordinary that people can physically see. But a lot of times, it ain't all about a specific thing. It could be something so small, like you're a chatterbox, right? You could talk a lot. Now in school, I remember the first time I got in trouble, I think it might have been first grade or maybe pre-K or something like that. And I got in trouble for making a friend, right? And talking too much. So it's funny how now I'm here, being in a space where, I connect with women and, help them in their ways, but, and provide like a service where I help and coach them. So I think it's funny. I'm not a typical chatterbox just off the box. I have to be pretty comfortable, in a space where I'm just going to run my mouth. I'm pretty observant. So I sometimes come across where sometimes people might say, oh, she's shy or stuck up. I love that. As soon as, especially if I'm out of state and they find out I'm from New York, please. But it's so funny because I always kept looking for this particular gift when my gift is my intuition and my wisdom and me. You know what I'm saying? Being in this space and my life experiences and what I've been through in courses and classes and hundreds and thousands of dollars that I put myself in to expand my mind and my mindset that can help the next sister in their life and their business. That's what's so amazing to me. So that's my gift. My what I'm born with is, my intuition, my gift. And everybody has one. And the only way I was able to discover that, I had to go to a dark point in my life to discover that I have everything it takes to get myself out of any situation that I could to get out there. And I went through that to help the next queen to get through that. And I used that to go through what I was going through, to be able to expand and live out myself, my dreams and my life, to expand my business. I took the leap to go on and I can be there and a power for other people, especially women. I've helped men, but I help more women. And be able to be there in a space that I can help them to believe. You know what I'm saying? So that's my gift. That was what was put into me. You got to understand when it comes to your personal authority, as Dr. Miles Monroe talked about, right? Like I said, he said there's two types, personal and your divine. So he talked about those two gifts. And like I said, it's something that you're particularly born with. So everybody got their own style. We could do the same thing. You could take 10 of us doing the same thing as far as providing coaching, right? Life and business coaching, right? And you're going to get the same thing because we are there to help in a way of what we were born with our own intuition. But then that goes to the second form of authority that I talked about, which is divine. So this is where you have to submit to yourself to operate your gift. So you have to submit into, this is what you got to pursue. So for a long time, I knew I had a space where I had this gift that I can help other people to come to a space that they're believing. I've been told that many times. I had people call me coach forever. And a while, people were just calling me their coach and trainer in the realm of fitness and health. But now it comes to a place that people can call me their trainer and their coach in business and their life. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at the bigger picture. And later this week, I'm going to talk about certain things, particular key notes that I talked about on what we need to focus on to expand. So stay tuned to that this week as I share about that, because I'm going to talk more about the bigger picture. But it was interesting that once I was able to see, I had to seek within myself, I was able to see what my personal authority and my personal gift that I had. But it wasn't going to move if I didn't think bigger and submit into that gift and get into divine order with it. And now I'm here with Thrive Abundantly with you. I had to be able to submit into to even get on live Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, a little plug, I had to submit into myself and really get into to have that divine authority to be here to tell you this gift, to talk to you today. So that's the two particular gifts that, you have to be able to submit to. And this goes for men and women, but I'm speaking specifically to women. You have to be able to go into knowing the two types of authority that you have, and you have to know and get personal with it, with yourself first. So know what your gifts are, and if you don't know, sit with yourself and ask, pray about it, meditate about it, right? That's what I did. I did a 21-day meditation with Deepak Chopra and Oprah. All I did was listen every day to it, and I was able to start finding certain things that I believe in myself about. So also, you got to know to get patient with it. Like I said, I don't want to give y'all too much because I'm going to talk about it more later this week when I talk about, the big picture and getting really in tune with it. So, if you're tuning in, definitely let me know if that was helpful. And tell me again, what's the two type of authorities? It's personal and divine. Personal and divine. The personal type of authority that you have to do and really submit to as a woman entrepreneur. For one, you need to know your authority. But like I said, this little piece of hair is driving me crazy. You have to know your authority. But like I said, you got to know the two types. And like I said, it's personal and divine. Once you find your gift and what it is, now it's time to submit into that gift. And like I said, this is where you get divine authority and take over. So most people think that, personal authority is enough. It's enough authority, and your natural gift and ability is what it is. But people have a natural gift and ability, but they haven't been able to submit to themselves and move out of their own way, especially if they're like an introverted kind of person and say they're shy, right? For me, I wouldn't say I was necessarily shy, but I would probably get nervous to be sitting here in the front before and having to talk and put myself in an authoritative way because I didn't like that type of attention at first. I didn't like when people called me their coach. I didn't like when people put me in a space because I never wanted to be in a place where people thought I was better than the other. But I had to get out of my own way and my own, racket and thoughts to think of what other people think. Because if I didn't, oh my God, people would have still been stuck. You got to realize, or even for those who helped me, if they didn't get out of their personal head and submit to their divine authority, I wouldn't be here to be able to help you. It's all about paying it forward. And a lot of times people think paying forward means things as far as with money. Paying forward is you paying within yourself. As I said on today's affirmation, every day I take personal responsibility to be able to, make the smart decisions to create my wealth. In order to do that, you got to get personal with yourself, submit into, what you have as your gift and authority so that you could be in a divine order and have a divine authority to be able to pay it forward. That's how you pay it forward. The only way you're going to be able to create freedom in life and wealth, a lot of times people think it's not all about money. To create abundance and what Thrive Abundantly is all about, in order to even have that, you have to submit in yourself and pay it forward. The more people you can help and the more people that you can be particularly there for and be selfless, not selfish, is how you can pay it forward. But first, you do need to be selfish and take the time within yourself first so you can help the other person. If we're both going down in a plane and I'm sitting here gasping for, air and trying to get the life vest and, the gas mask and everything on you and I'm gasping for air and I die, we both die. I have to get selfish at that moment, put it on myself, save myself to be able to save you. Okay? So that's the beginning part. Like I said, I'm calling all queens this week. All queens. If you are a queen entrepreneur, this is specifically for you. I'm speaking, it's always about you, but I love when my kings come on here, but I'm speaking specifically to you. I'm really here to really dive in. Like I said, I'm on live Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tune in. I have a special guest for you later this week. I'm going to talk about, specific success tips. That's a little tongue twister. Specific success tips that you need to know as a woman entrepreneur and be able to thrive and create the success and to be able to thrive abundantly as you want to. I'm going to talk more on what you need to do and be specific about to be able to create the abundant business that you want. I have a guest speaker here this week. I'm going to talk about specific things as we should talk about some of the things I see that a lot of us women do that we need to stop doing because we are killing ourselves as women entrepreneurs, especially within the Black community of women entrepreneurs. As I said, I gave you guys the statistics. 10.6 million women entrepreneurs creating, what was the stats? 2.5 trillion in sales. There's a smaller percentage of that of women who are Black, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So make sure you guys tune in, share this with all the queen entrepreneurs. Oh, and before you go, I have created, I'm going to type it in the chat. I created a woman, I created a woman entrepreneur calling all queen entrepreneurs, queen entrepreneurs out there. If you are a woman in your business or you're starting or you're looking to get ready to, or you want to start putting yourself, around other queens, that's one of the other things I wanted to talk about. If you want to put yourself around, women entrepreneurs and things like that because you've been thinking and you're ready, you just don't have anybody around you. I created a group, a specific group of women, boss entrepreneur women. It's called Boss Queens on the Thrive. You can look it up in the search on Facebook, or you can, I typed the link in the chat. You can click the link on the chat. As I said, it's if you just go to www.bossqueens as in S Thrive, bossqueensthrive.club. Okay, bossqueensthrive.club. You'll be able to get into the chat. Of course, you got to have a Facebook group. You'll be able to get into that group. I ask specific 3 questions that you need to answer in order to get into the group. And this is specifically for us. I'm creating basically a mastermind of boss queens who are on the thrive. And the reason why I say boss queens on the thrive, because I don't like to say strive. I see strive as a struggle. I look at thrive is when you're moving and creating the things that you want in abundance in your business on the rise. So boss queens are on the rise, on the thrive, which is bossqueensthrive.club. It's a club, okay? I created a specific special group. Please share this with all your queen bosses out there. Women are out, boss queens are out there doing their thing in their business or looking to, and they need to start creating and putting themselves around a mastermind of women that's going to be sharing a lot of great content, looking for future events to start doing and creating. It's going to be a movement, y'all. So, bossqueensthrive.club. That's how you get into the group. Answer the specific questions. Share with any of the other boss queens out there. And like I said, tune in tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Still getting my voice a little bit. I had laryngitis, but I could be on crutches. As long as I can talk, I'm here to deliver. So I see you guys tomorrow at 12:30. This is LC Thrive is signing out. I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. If you need any help or anything with your business, definitely feel free, to inbox me and share. If there's any way I can feel as though I can help you, I'll connect you with my team and we'll definitely get started. I want to see you be able to make leaps and bounds and move and thrive abundantly in your life and your business. And you take care, Queen. Love you.